Hi GameSpot viewers, I'm Kevin VanOrd, and I am seated here with Kevin Doyle. Kevin, you're the community manager at Snail Games, and you're here to show us Black Gold Online.
That's right, yeah. So we're going to show off a little bit of the different game features for Black Gold Online. First, just to give a little bit of an overview of the background story. So first of all, it's an MMORPG. And as we go into character creation, we can talk a little bit more about what's going on here. So Black Gold Online is this game that takes place in a fantasy world that's split between two different lands that are at war. So to the east, we have this place called the Irlander Union. And they are a series of a couple different peoples who all form a big society made up of mythical beasts and magic, and they use a lot of elemental sorcery and things like that. And on the other side, to the west, we have the Kingdom of Eisenhorst, which has a very neo-Victorian feel, and they have basically steam technology and big factories. They're a very expansionist society. And at the core of the game is this conflict over the use of the game's namesake, Black Gold. And so Black Gold is this sort of elemental energy crystal that to the people in Irlander, it is a sacred element that they use as the foundation of their magic. And for the Kingdom of Eisenhorst, it's a highly potent fuel, and it's the key to their industrial growth. So one side wants to save it, one side wants to burn it, and so they're at odds, essentially.
Great. Now for the people out in the audience, I want to let you know a few things. Number one is if you have any questions, put them in the GameSpot page, put them on the Twitch chat. I've got Cynthia feeding me some questions so that I can hopefully get the biggest ones answered. Also, we've got stuff to give away. We've got 10 codes to the closed beta.
Yeah, we have a closed beta coming up on May 15th, so we'll be giving away some of those.
And if you want to win one, make sure to follow us on Twitter. So follow at GameSpot on Twitter. And what you can do is tweet at us with the hashtag BGO closed beta. I think I got that right. BGO closed beta with the hashtag, and just say, hey, I want to win. I want to win a thing. Yeah. And as long as you're following us and you win, we'll direct message you one of those things and give you some more details. And also, I think you've got. Did you have some of these too?
We do actually. Yeah. Thing? So this is a little Black Gold Online USB. You can see it's supposed to basically contains some of this powerful element of black gold, and so it's a cool, yeah, we have QVC style right here. It's basically just a cool little steampunk style USB, and so we got 3 of those giving away also in addition to the beta keys, so yeah. Okay.
So great. Now let's talk about the game now. So we got all the giveaway stuff.
Yeah.
So what are you going to be showing us right now?
Well, so first I just want to give a little bit of an overview since we've already covered a little bit of the background. We can just see, because this is an MMORPG, so we can show players basically what they'll get to play as by going into the character creation. So I'm just going to click on Eisenhorst because personally I'm a steampunk kind of guy. The fantasy side's pretty cool too, and we'll see that. So we can just kind of go into here. So there are basically 6 races available to play as, 3 for each faction, though for the closed beta only 2 races will be available. The other 2 will be available at a later date. So we can play as either the Bouvant humans, who are these kind of steampunk type humans, the Locomean dwarves, who are also a steampunk class, or a steampunk race. We have the Kosh, who are the original creators of magic from the Irlander Union, and they hold the sun god as their most sacred deity, and black gold is a holy item. And then the Utonians, who are these brave tribal warriors who live in the jungles of Irlander. And then also, in addition, we just kind of want to show off a few of the classes, because there are some really cool classes that players can try out. So I'm just going to kind of skim over them. They all kind of mix the different abilities of sort of tanking and DPSing and healing that you normally see in MMOs, but they have a lot of really cool, unique abilities where we see sort of elemental magic on the side of Irlander, and on the side of Eisenhorst we see sort of steampunk type things mixed with sort of a sinister, kind of dark, necrotic magic. So.
Kevin, how many classes are there in total, since that's a question Bob Jones 1980 has asked?
There are a total of, I guess that would be 12 classes. And so each faction can play as their core 6 classes. And in addition to that, you can play as a few crossover classes that are originally from the Irlander side, but you can play as them in Eisenhorst and vice versa, just to give players more opportunities to mix it up. So I think as you can listen, we have 9 available per race. So the dwarves have their own, and the Bouvant different ones, yeah.
So 3 of them actually cross between the 2, okay.
Yeah, so, and that's different depending on which race you are.
Sure.
So we're gonna actually just move forward with, I guess we'll just do this one, to the character creation, which is basically, we just wanna show, we put a big focus on giving players the opportunity to really mix and match and change the way their character looks and get it to look exactly the way they want. So we're just going to show there's a couple presets. There's a lot of different details of how your different body types, skin types, hairstyles, and all that kind of stuff. And there's a really deep system that we've developed for sliders to develop all the different types of customization. So that's something I just wanted to show off real quick. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's amazing how well your character models reflect my own body type. So
there's a slider for waist size, and there's a slider for every imaginable proportion. So anyway.
I'm just as buff as that dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, okay. So anyway, we're going to jump back to some of our pre-made characters, and we're going to get into the game and let you guys see a little bit of that. So we're going to jump over here to our buddy Matthew, and we're going to try out the Gunslinger class, which is sort of a ranged DPS class for the side of Eisenhorst.
All right. So again, we've got this sort of steampunk plus fantasy going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Him, clearly steampunk.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as our combat system, which is kind of split between the two different factions. There's a lot of different mixing of ranged and melee and magic and physical damage. So every character has a pretty deep type of abilities and stuff like that. And this guy, like you said, definitely a very steampunk style. He's got a gun. He deals ranged physical damage. He has some single target abilities. He also has sort of, if I get a little closer, we can see some continuous damage. This is the flux cannon, which is kind of like a cool little flamethrower type thing. Uh-oh, this guy's attacking me. We also can see I've got like a shotgun, which is just like straight up in front. So there's all kinds of different types of attacks that the combat system is designed to put a focus on aiming and moving and dodging to get away from your enemies. So, oops, oh God, he's gonna get me. Rockets, okay. Yeah, so
that seems kind of like overkill. I don't know, Kevin.
Rockets for a zombie may be a little bit overkill, but there's all kinds of cool abilities. So, for example, this guy, you can lay down mines, and I can kite my guy into it. So let's see if he, come on, there we go, there we go, and he's dead. So there's all kinds of cool abilities, and the melee, which we won't see as much with this character, has actually there might be a melee ability. Will be more of like a crash box. Here we go. I got this one right here. So you can see this. Really quick. This is the skill tree, which you have to choose particular skills that you fit into your hotkeys at any given time. So I can go up and just karate kick them. So there's a crash box system for melee, and there's single targeting, area of effect, all kinds of a pretty complicated system of attacks and stuff. So yeah. So that's a little bit of Gunslinger. We also have. Are there any questions? Or?
Not so far, but I'm kind of curious if you can give me a rundown of where it is that we are in the world, and why is it that we're here in this particular place?
Yeah, so
What's the story?
At the moment of where we are, we're kind of just in the kind of the wilderness outside of the townships of the Kingdom of Eisenhorst. So right now, this is just kind of a big rocky area up here. If you go down here, this is a main area of one of our cities, and as we scroll out, this is sort of the Bouvant area. Each race, when you choose them, you'll have your own area that you start to explore, and as you get further and further along the quests, you'll actually explore more and more of the world, including the adjoining kingdoms. So here you can see Locomia, and even further, this is Euperia, where the third class, the Euperian vampires are. And then if we scale that, this is the entire world. And the world is quite large. We put a big focus on open world exploration. So there's a lot of really cool goodies hidden out here that are open for people to find, like treasure maps and little hidden passageways to get through the mountains and stuff like that. So we're out here, and in particular, what I wanted to show was this little thing we have called a Chamber of Greed, which is sort of like an open world dungeon. So the idea of Chambers of Greed is that they are sort of hidden little relics of previous peoples that had lived throughout Eisenhorst, and hidden in them are mobs and bosses and things you can fight. And so you go in there, they're kind of like an instance, you can kill mobs and you get loot drops, but in addition, anyone can enter at any time, and the PvP inside of the Chamber of Greed has no negative consequences on your reputation. In the game, there's a little thing where if you start being a little bit of a jerk and start killing people, eventually this wanted value will go up, and people will start hunting you down, like NPCs, and the police will try to catch you and kill you. But if you do it inside a Chamber of Greed, all bets are off. You can pretty much just do whatever you want. So we're actually going to pop inside here. I found this one ahead of time, and we're going to show off a little bit of a Chamber of Greed.
Sure. Now, you talk about PvP. I'm kind of curious, and you talk about going through the world. How big of a part of this progression is PvP? Do you have a setup where, like most MMOs, you have PvP servers versus PvE servers, and it's all it's you have to give consent in order to participate. How does it work in the open world and outside of the open world?
Yeah, definitely. So it's all one server. We keep it all together, but there are a couple of different things. So for example, since you're stuck between two factions, you're pretty much initially set to always be at war with the other faction. So if you see someone, I'm an Eisenhorse person. If I saw an Ireland person, they'd just basically be my enemy. But normally you would be set to what we call peace mode, where you wouldn't really fight anybody from your own faction. You can also then switch that to what we call slaughter mode to fight against other people in your own faction, but you don't have to do that. So generally speaking, people from within Eisenhorst or within Irlander, they're pretty friendly. They'll team up. They don't usually fight against each other. There are also certain areas that have protection if you are in a PvP kind of situation that you won't be attacked, especially if you're at a lower level. There's certain level locks for that. And then also a large part of the PvP in the game is more structured. Although open PvP is awesome and we have a lot of it, there are also a lot of really great things like battlefields and other types of PvP that are totally opt-in. So if you don't want to do them, you don't have to do them. And they're not required for your character progression. You can level up without them. So I just killed a little boss. Any questions coming in there?
So there are some questions coming in. Noodle Legs is wondering about partying up and party size, grouping in general. Can you give us a rough idea about how grouping works?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple, and actually we'll see a little bit when we get you in the game soon.
I can't wait.
Basically, you can group up with anybody, and I think the group size limitation is 10. And basically, you can do just any number of activities with that. If you actually get near the entrance to an instance, we have a lot of dungeons and explorable maps with high-level bosses. You can actually summon your friends to come join you. If you want to just join an instance with random people, you don't know anybody, there's actually a whole menu for that where you can arrange your team. People will queue up and they'll join in to arrange for any number of these instances. Once your team is ready, it'll teleport you to that. And then also, I'm getting attacked. I'm too busy talking about teaming up. Okay. Laser. And in addition to that, there's also, like I said, there's a number of different other PvP elements, like we have what we call battlefields, where again, you just enter and it'll match you with pretty much anybody else who wants to enter at that time. That's a rolling out competition. And there's all kinds of stuff like that. So that's pretty much how the grouping works.
So you say 10 is the party limit. Are there large-scale raid dungeons, for example, where that might be temporarily expanded?
Well, essentially, if you do with the matching with this one that I showed you here, that'll basically just match you with 5 people or more, 5 to 7. It kind of depends on the dungeon. But if you get as many people in a party as you can all just walk through the gate together. It doesn't matter how many people you have, whether it's two people, or whether it's 10 people. You can get all of them together. And as far as getting even bigger groups of people together for different activities, that's really where the PvP comes in, because we have 25 versus 25 mounted battlefields, which we'll get to see some of the carriers in a sec. And there's also energy well battles that can range into 100 people per side. So there's some really cool large-scale activities in that way.
And Bob Jones is back, and I already know the answer to this question, but I'd love for you to elaborate a little bit more, asking if there are classes with pets, summons, robot minions, etc.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll hopefully see some of that later. Each faction has a sort of a pet summoner class, and so for the Kingdom of Eisenhorst, it's this demonic priest we call a thaumaturge, who is able to summon demons to help him out in the battlefield. And for the Irlander Union, it is a Beastmaster who summons these mythical beasts to come fight alongside him.
And I think you've got me set up actually to play the thaumaturge when we
possibly
get together.
We got a couple classes set up.
All
so
right.
we'll see what we have available. But
I'm a pet guy myself.
Oh yeah.
So.
Do you have a dog?
No, but I have a cat.
Well, you will soon, because you can summon a wolf as the Beastmaster. Hopefully, if we get that one going. Okay.
So, None the Artist is wondering about your pricing strategy, whether the game is going to be free to play with microtransactions, is it going to be subscription based? How are you handling that aspect?
Yeah, so basically Blackwood Online is totally free to play with, again, like she said, a microtransaction type of monetization policy. But it is a new system we've developed that's totally different. It's kind of like nothing anyone's ever really seen before. It is not like a cash shop. It's not pay to win. It is not a loot lock or anything like that. It's something we call the Sands of Time, which when I'm done killing this monster, I can hopefully show you a little bit more about. So let me just get out of this dungeon before I die. Just run past them. I'm done with these guys. And there are booby traps. Watch out. Ooh. Okay, good. Oh, I got hit. Okay. So yeah, once this loads out. So basically the Sands of Time is this sort of optional system that we have established for basically another avenue for people to get high level loot. So basically, if we look in my bag, you can see some of the different equipment that I have. And all of the equipment, your armor and your weapons and all that stuff, it's color coded for green, blue, and purple. Green being the most basic, purple being the most rare, and blue being kind of in the middle. And so those will also dictate essentially what types of abilities they might have. Maybe a purple one will have really cool, like some kind of special fire protection or something like that, whereas the green will be more basic. So those are all found in the open world. You could just saw when I was fighting these bosses, I was picking up all kinds of random little loot and stuff, different colored things. But in addition to that, every time I do something, when I complete a quest, when I fight in a battle, when I do anything, basically the game saves a certain point value associated with that into this little vial of time. And so as that number gets bigger, as it goes up, it'll change color from green to blue to purple, and that'll decide basically what type of item I'll get. And I can choose what I want to do with this. I can choose to get this, crack it open, get the item. I can actually refine it into a gem, which can then be crafted into the slots, embedded in the slots on another item. Or I can even sell them. We have an in-game auction house where you can sell them for other types of in-game currencies. So it's not required. It is no way hindering your ability to level up, but it's an extra thing because you can get 2 of those free a day or pay for more of them. So you can get 2 of these time vials free a day, or if you want more of them, you can pay for them. So that's the basic way it is. It's designed to take away sort of the onus of pay to win that you see in some free-to-play games, while being inclusive and open to a lot of people. That's kind of our goal.
How about bag space? I certainly see Sakatumi is worried that bag space will have you'd have to pay to unlock that.
Yeah, so there are certain things in the game like bag space, garage space, certain high-level mounts that you'll have to pay essentially black gold, right? This increasingly rare resource that is the foundation of the conflict within the game. You'll have to purchase it with that. And that can be acquired through a number of different avenues. It could be acquired through buying one of your time vials. It could be acquired through completing certain high-level quests. And so we cheated. I've got like a level 40. I've got something like 12,000 of this black gold. But as you get that, you can choose to open up more. I think we're at the max right now. 80 is the max. Your standard is, I think, 40. I should be. And other things like high-level carriers will also be involved with that, which actually maybe is a good segue into showing the other really cool feature about Black Gold Online, which is the personal carrier system.
Okay.
So I'm going to hop into one of these. This is one of the aerial carriers. These are a type of basically battle vehicle, or for the case of the Irlander Union, they are a beast, a war beast that you use in open world PvP and PvE. You use them in the battlegrounds that we talked about a little bit before. You use them in the energy well battles. And they are persistent and owned by you, so they take damage. Actually, you can see I have a fuel bar here. It has to be refueled every so often. If it's destroyed, then it's destroyed, and you're going to have to get a new one. And these are just a really cool game feature that we have. They take their own damage, and when they're destroyed, you'll jump out basically and just be on foot, and you'll have to run for your life because someone's probably trying to kill you then. So there are 5 classes of carriers. What you just saw me in was an aerial. There's also kind of a fast-running one called a raid. So this is a fast one that we can kind of run around. It's got rockets and shotgun. Actually, this is like an energy shotgun. And basically, with the 5 classes, the raid, the aerial, the siege, the assault, and the anti-air, it's on a rock, paper, scissors system. So essentially, every single one has a nemesis and also sort of a prey, someone that you have a strength against and will be good, and someone you are weak against that will be strong against you. So it really plays into the point of you need to work together as a team to beat other teams of mounted armies, essentially.
All right. Yeah. Well, that actually, talking about carriers takes me to Eblevins 021's question. Mm-hmm. He wants to know more about what makes Black Gold different from all of the other MMOs. It sounds like he's maybe a little burnt out on MMOs and wants to know, what are you doing that's so different that it's like, I'm a play?
Yeah, so one of the things that we really do think sets us apart is this personal carrier system. So they are yours. You build them, you create them, you actually decide how you want to upgrade them along different lines. You actually have to gain rank in battlefields to actually get to higher. You have to be, like, for example, a sergeant to study this one. You have to find the manuals in order to make them and get the resources to do them. So that's a whole kind of thing that we really think sets us apart, because it is in open world and it's also in these organized events that are really fun, these large-scale organized battlefields. The other thing that really sets us apart, we think, is that the action combat system is a really deep combat system. It puts a big focus on dodging and aiming and moving around, and it's a really fun feature. And then if nothing else, the fact that we have really the only steampunk fantasy clash of resource MMO that I've ever heard of. So we think that's pretty special to us too.
Well, Kevin, I hate to interrupt you, but I have some good news. There are some winners already for the giveaway. And once again, if you're interested in winning what looks to be 5 keys left for the closed beta for Black Gold Online, make sure to follow us on Twitter at GameSpot and then tweet at us using hashtag BGO. Let me look. BGO closed beta. BGA closed beta. Hashtag BGO closed beta. And we'll pick some people at random and let you know if you've won. But I want to announce those folks that have won the first wave. So It's So Dane, Lex Lopez, Daniel Josh, Aztec Powers. You know he means business because every other letter is capitalized. And it ends in a Z, obviously. And Gamers Cove. So congratulations to those 5 folks for winning some Black Gold Online closed beta keys.
Okay.
And now, what are you doing?
Well, I figured this was as good a time as any. We thought we'd just take a chance to go move away from the Eisenhorst side and over to the Irlander side. So I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was.
That's fine.
So, okay. Congrats to the winners, by the way.
Hooray!
Yay!
The Kevins congratulate you.
This is the Kevin and Kevin show.
That's right.
Tune in every week.
So while we wait to get in, Dylan wants to know about leveling and what the cap is, and then I have a question of my own after that.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, this is okay. They shouldn't be killing us yet. Those are our predetermined enemies that we will fight later. I'm going to get away from them. Okay, the level cap for the beta will be 40. Just because it will be a 11-day, I believe, beta, and so we wanted to give people the opportunity to be able to get through all the levels before the game ends. So it'll be 40, but then there's also a lot of high-level equipment that you can find even once you get to level 40. So there's a lot of ability to customize and upgrade once you get past that. So yeah.
And then my question in terms of, I sort of want to know where you feel Black Gold Online falls. If I were to separate MMOs into theme park versus sandbox, where do you think that Black Gold Online falls in that realm, in that line of sandbox at one end and theme park at the other?
I would actually have to say that depends on your gameplay style, because there is a really wide variety of different types of gameplay, and they will depend on which of those you do. So if you are more of like a quest player, you want to go and you want to learn about all the story of what's been going on for the last couple hundred years in Montel, the land where Black Gold takes place. That would be more of a theme park where there is kind of pretty structured, pretty straightforward as far as what you're doing. However, if you're a PvPer, which we have a really great system in addition to the battlegrounds, we have this thing which you can see up in the distance from me, which is an energy well. And so the energy wells are this whole game feature. They're a persistent ownership part of the map. We can kind of look here. It says energy well. It's the Doomsday base. And I can go to the energy well interface right here. They are a part of the map which can be captured and controlled by guilds throughout the game. So in this place, essentially, every week there will be a battle between the 2 factions, and anybody can join. You don't have to be a member of a guild. Anybody can just join in on these. And these are the ones that can range into over 100 people in the battlefield. And so every week at a scheduled time, you'll be able to fight over, for example, the Doomsday base or maybe the Miraculous Tree, any of these contested region energy wells. And once you win or lose that battle, that will determine which faction then controls that energy well. After that, throughout the week, all of the Eisenhorst guilds and all of the Irlander guilds will then basically fight over control of those energy wells amongst themselves. So it's part of this game concept we have where in an increasingly rare and economically stretched world, greed begins to take over as people are basically forsaking all their own loyalties and just trying to survive. And this actually, we drew this inspiration a little bit from Mad Max, because these are energy well reservoirs that you have to capture, control, and defend. And so we've actually seen this part can be a little bit sandboxy because I've seen this map change color back and forth many different times. It becomes very player driven. Guilds will actually develop alliances to defeat more powerful guilds, and will try to capture and control these energy wells. And controlling the energy wells offers your guild a lot of benefits like special instances, special merchants, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, with that, now that we've done that, I want to get you in the game.
Oh boy.
So we can give it a try.
I can't wait.
So I'm going to come over here to this other computer we got set up, and you're going to be our sky caller. So I'm going to, you should be, if you're where I think you are, you should be somewhere nearby. But we're going to join a party, which like we said is not too difficult. So I'm just going to get a little chat function up, wait till you get in the game. There you are. I'm going to say, hey. Oops, uh-oh.
Now we're gonna have some fun. We can either try to pull up
try it
the
up.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm.
That's good.
That's good. Is this?
Yeah. So this is. Oh, this is
Okay. It looks like I can actually rest my arms and not have the table go down.
Yeah.
So all right.
So if you want to just click on my name real quick and we'll form a party, if that's cool with you. You press Alt. There you go. So yeah. So we kind of did a brush over of the different control systems, but there's a traditional control system, and as you can see, I'm playing with crosshairs mode, which is more like Terra. So it's really up to you, however you want to do your control system. But I'm gonna. Did you make?
Where do you want me to click on your name?
Click on my name down here in the chat.
Oh, down there. All right.
Right click, and then say party invite.
All right, we can do that.
Or join party. Either one's fine. Okay, and there. Hey, I got a party invite.
What do you know?
From someone named Cherry.
That would be me.
Okay. Sounds good. And that means you shouldn't be too far away from me around here. Let's see, where are you on my map? Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Oh, wow, you're there. Okay, oh God. Oh, okay, you're alone. Okay, I'm gonna come fly to help you. Don't die. Get away, run. Because we gotta fight those guys.
He was right there. He's like,
That's not good.
I'm gonna start doing things to you.
Well, we kind of orchestrated that a little bit.
It just says I left battle.
He's gonna go after you. Yeah, well, that's what you want to do. So pick up a carrier too. If you click on one of your carriers, that'll make it so that you summon it in this open world battle. So these are your carriers over here. There you go. And oh God, I see them coming at you. I'll cover you. Okay. There you go.
Right.
So now you've got, which one did you summon? Oh, cool. You've got our dragon. This is called the Kytharak, and it's a really great air to surface aerial. I'm gonna switch to a different one though because I gotta get away from battle though. Oh gosh.
Oh wait, that transformed into a vehicle.
Yeah, that's our enemy, and they are also people. So in the open world, you can summon yours pretty much whenever you want. Okay, I'm gonna show off. I'm gonna switch to our anti-air and shoot down their aerial real quick. Okay. And so we're just gonna go into some carrier PvP here, basically. And this can happen in the battlefields, 25 versus 25, and this is also something you can see in the open world, because we're in a pretty contested area. This is in the middle of the map. Both factions have NPCs in this area, and it's right next to an energy well, so okay, I got him.
And if you're watching, forgive me if I miss any questions that come in.
Yeah, this is high energy time. Oh gosh, okay, oh! All right, oh no.
I summoned a different mount because I got...
You got destroyed?
Okay, but I'm still in the...
Still a flyer?
Yeah, I'm still in the air.
That's okay. Give me some air support, and then we'll kill them. We'll kill these guys. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna fly away.
He doesn't want to die. Damn it.
Which is also, that's the thing. So when there's a special carrier that's made mostly for killing people on foot, it's pretty hard to hit people on foot unless you are using that carrier. So this guy is already coming at me, and he's doing just as well as I am right now. So your second attacks, remember it's left and right click. Your right click is your second attack, is a close range melee, so you can get in there and just spin your wings at him. And there's also 2 hotkeys that you have that you can use right now, so give that a try. Oh God, he's getting me. Oh, kill him. Okay, good. All right, we got one of them.
Stop being able to move.
Uh-oh.
I think I've, oh, there we go.
There you go. I think you just, yeah, we're still in beta, so. If you have any contact collision problems, it's okay. Oh, good. Did you just hit him?
Yes.
I think you did, because he just got knocked off his butt. All right. Oh, he's sending robots at me. He's sending little explosive robots at me. So this guy is the Thaumaturge, who is the other summoner, so he can summon robots and he can summon demons. It's he's like a mad scientist / priest. Okay, we got him. We did it up top.
Yay!
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
All right.
I don't think I had anything to do
Wow,
with
I'm
that.
down to 1%, so that was a close call for us. Okay, so now, we just beat them. That was fun. So that's an example of what we can do in the open world. So we've got some other things we can do now for the rest of our time, now that we've defeated our enemies, so we should get away, because I think they're going to respawn here. So let's, where'd you go? You can follow me out here. Oops, yeah, there you are. Okay, oh, I'm gonna get killed, though I only have 1%. And so we can basically do a couple things. So for one thing,
oh dear, I took some fall damage. I'm afraid.
That's okay. Actually, so in that case, what we can do then is you can actually switch to another account if you like, because we can do an instance.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Which will be fun. So just while you do that, while you get set up, I can also explain, in addition to our basic instances, which appear on the map as a little doorway here, which we can enter, there's also open dynamic instances, which we call outbreaks. And so those can vary depending on the outbreak. They can be mobs or defending against an attacking army, or they can be a boss. They can be any kinds of things, and those are just open world, spontaneously created, and you can team up with people or do it alone. They're pretty open.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you switch. You want you to switch to the Blade Master, which is the one right, Ivan. There you go. And I'm gonna switch also in the meantime. So hopefully our other friends are on the other side with us too.
I'm ready to prove how awful I am.
Well, the worst part is if the rest of our team doesn't show up, we don't have a healer, so that'll be fun. We'll probably die pretty quickly. That's okay though. Okay, so you are Ivan the Blade Master, and I'm coming in here as the Beast Master. So we're still on the alien. Yeah, there's some NPCs, so just wait a second. Okay. All right, so we're here. And this is me. I am the Beastmaster. So again, I've got this awesome giant battle axe, and I can summon a little wolf. Oh, are you attacking me? That's me, man. What are you doing? And we also
that wasn't my intention.
Okay, that's okay. So I've got this little like rock bowl thing. It kind of looks like to me like a dinosaur, like that one with the club tail. And then another option, you can only have one at a time, but I can also summon a little wolf. And okay, here we go. Here's one of our other teammates. So let's party up. So everybody say. Oops, I gotta switch to. Everybody say hey. That fight, such ambush. Yeah, no joke. Okay, so let's party invite, which should be them. And then I think can you say something to me?
I applied, yeah.
Oh, is that you? Hello. Okay, party invite. What? It won't let them join because they're in another party. Okay, well at least you can join my party. If they don't join, I don't really care. Okay, so let's just get this figured out. So are you in my party yet?
I'm in your party.
You're in my party, okay. So I'll tell them just like, quit your other party.
I think so.
You can join. Yeah, you're in my party, I think. Oh wait, no, you're in the wrong party. You're
I'm
the
in
other
party.
guy.
Okay.
Oh Christ. Okay, so yeah, so you just get out of that. You can click on the little thing on the top. This is crazy.
At the top, right here. Leave party.
There you go.
Boom.
Okay, now I can invite you. Okay, so invite this guy. Party invite. Party invite. Okay, good. So we've got a couple people in. So now you can join. So I invited you. Come on, man.
Where's the
that right there.
Right here?
Right there, yeah.
Oh,
and
nice.
then press confirm. Cool. So we got enough. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Come and follow me. We're gonna go through this gate. First, we can fight this stupid thing over here. So, like I said, my character right now is going to be kind of like an off-tank. It's got some tanking abilities, but the main tank for Irlander is my boy Kevin over here, who's a Blade Master, and then we're going to have, I guess, a Sky Caller in the back, and maybe, did the other person join our team? Where's Healing Well?
Right here, where I am.
Okay, where did they go? Okay, here we go. I'm going to invite this guy. 1 second. Okay. Invite to join party. They already enjoy it. Party invite. There we go. Okay, cool. They should be in. So let's go through this gate here. So follow me into the great unknown abyss, and we're going to fight some bosses here. It should teleport you. You should be able to walk in. Try stepping back and do it again. Did not work. Why won't you come in?
There it goes.
There you go. Okay, good. We're good. Okay.
Bob Jones wants to know about in-game voice chat, or if we want to do a voice chat, are we going to have to use something separate?
We don't have anything set up just right yet, because again, this is still in beta, so we'll be looking to figure something out for that. But if anyone's participating in the beta, there's actually a lot of people on our forums who are already talking about setting up their own voice chat, so you can always check our forums on our website. Our website's www.blackgoldol.com, and you can join our forums, talk with people about that, and figure out how you're going to do your voice chat. But for beta, we won't have anything set up. So are we all
Okay.
ready? Are you ready?
For sure.
Okay, let's do it. Start the challenge. Okay, so now we're gonna have some bosses come flying in. This is the Theodia Arena, and so we're probably not actually gonna do all of them, but we're gonna be basically faced with 3 waves of high-level bosses, and so we're gonna have to work together. We've got a healer to help us out. You and I will be tanking, and then this other person will be doing some DPS casting. So it's this is kind of again mixing the fantasy with the steampunk. We've got a giant kind of almost pentagram-like thing in the middle, and here comes this flying
Thunderhawk.
Thunderhawk.
Am I ready to hear true thunder? Man, all that fake thunder I've been listening to for my lifetime, just it doesn't feel as good now.
We've rocked your world. You can't go back inside the Matrix. Okay. Okay. So as you can see with a high-level boss, some of their abilities will actually then telegraph more than the average NPC. So we've got to kind of get in here, start moving around. Oh, I'm frozen. Okay. And so he's just kind of kicking it. Actually doing not too bad so far. Oh, and then now he's gonna. Okay, get away, get away. Oh, okay, we got sick. I got hit. Okay. So again, this is we can see this type of boss fight in pretty much any instance, along with more exploration. This is just kind of a basic arena type instance that we can give it a try. And this is a pretty high level boss though, so it's gonna take us a little while. Oh god! Oh! And you gotta get out of the way. He's gonna telegraph. I keep getting hit. You gotta dodge. Who is our healer? I'm still losing health here. Someone help me out. Oh gosh. Telegraph. Right, I didn't get a chance to mention earlier a little bit, but because the game is using both magic and also physical damage, basically your mana will be different depending on which type of class you are. So if you're someone who does more physical attacks, you'll be using what we call rage, which is accrued through basically hitting and getting hit by people. Like you can imagine kind of like Hulk smash, like you just get more and more angry and you can do more and more abilities. And if you're doing more of a magic attack, that is replenished over time, or you can use some buff abilities, or you can also use magic potions and stuff like that to recover your magic. So each of those are required, and then also most of the abilities will have a cooldown of anywhere from 2 seconds to even like 15 seconds. In fact, some really high level abilities will even be like a minute, and those are ones that you have to make sure you use very strategically. We're almost got him though. Here he is. Take that, Thunderhawk. Oh gosh.
Oh.
And we're good. And as you saw, like we just got this little thing on my screen that said 1,000 just went into my time vial. So you can see I got a whole bunch of cool time vial stuff here for that one. And this is our loot system when you fight bosses. Basically you decide which ones you require, in which case it'll give you a roll of the dice, and which ones you don't want. And yeah, so we'll just go through it. I'll say, I want that, I don't want that, I want this. Okay, cool. So we got our loot. And also we can heal if we want. I can sit down and have a drink. Oh, except that got cut.
And we move on to the next one.
Move on to the next one, yeah.
And if you haven't already, you can always follow us on Twitter at GameSpot and use hashtag BGO closed beta if you want to go ahead and win any of the five
remaining
codes. Yes, I'm not good at talking, let alone talking and playing games at the same time.
I just realized our healer is just like standing right next to the boss though. Like, I don't know what they're doing in there. I'm not sure they know how to heal. Okay. So, let's get in here. Oof. Oh gosh. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I just realized. Healer! Where's my healer? Get back here. I bet you that's Melanie. Heal me. What are you doing? Okay.
What's the name of the person?
Her name is Melanie, and she doesn't know how to play.
Melanie, we are going to have some words later.
I'm at 900 health, Melanie. Get your act together. Okay. She is not doing her job. Okay, I'm just gonna die. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so you guys saunter on. Don't fight. Don't die. Okay. Yeah, so I'm basically stuck until you guys finish this instance.
That's all right. I'm trying to heal myself up here.
So
I know that I lose rating when I do this.
I'm gonna turn the camera so I can keep seeing you guys fight. And so we've got. It would seem that you're running away.
Well, I was trying to heal myself up to get.
And it seems like they finally got some kind of.
You know, when you're a tank, you really do rely on that healer.
And you actually have an ability, I think it should be your 5 or 4 that'll actually buff your armor. So again, as the Blade Master, you have certain abilities in addition to just super heavy duty melee. You also have like, decreasing your allies' aggro so that the enemies will focus on you, stuff like that. That's the same for there's a lot of different unique abilities for different classes. That's one specific to yours. So. Oh, now I'm bored. I can see you guys fighting off the distance. How's it going? How's his health? Oh man. Okay. And,
Melanie!
He's also summoned his own battlefield companions, this boss. He's got some weird little demon mutant things chasing after you. And yeah, Melanie does not know what she's doing.
God damn it, Melanie!
The worst part is it might not be Melanie, it might be Peter, but I have a feeling it's Melanie.
Blame Melanie. That's it, Kevin. Blame Melanie could just be innocent in all this.
You never know. She maybe is doing her darndest. Come on, his health is low. Get him. Yeah, I guess this is as good a time as any since I'm just sitting here dead to let everybody know. So as, you're getting webbed.
I'm trying to move.
We have, as we said, the May 15th beta is coming up.
Killing me.
Oh man, did you die too?
I died.
Oh, well, they don't have a tank anymore, so we'll see how long this lasts. But as I was saying, yes, we've got the May 15th beta. Oh my God, what happened? Oh, did they all? Oh, they all died. He got all his health back. We all
God
died.
damn it, Melanie.
Melanie. Okay. Well, so we can revive nearby now. Actually, now that we've done that. And so anyway, I was saying that the May 15th beta is coming up, and we'll also be at E3 for anybody who wants to check out and see more about the full game release. We're going to leave this instance now because we've had enough of that nonsense. So you guys can leave with me or not leave with me. It's up to you, I guess.
I'll leave with you.
Okay.
It's up to me. I'm just going to hang around in the instance
if you
while
want,
you do
can try
something
doing it
else.
without me. I mean, if you really want. Okay. And so actually, I guess with the rest of our time, we could, in addition to what we've just done, we could also maybe take a look at some of the other world. We can do a little exploration. So,
I'm up for wherever.
Awesome. So where we are right now, as you can see, we're kind of in the middle of the map. So this is part of this general contested region that you're very likely to run into a lot of the enemy in this area, right? So what I thought we could do is we can actually, I'm going to switch out to another account, and I guess you can just do whatever you want because I don't have another account ready for you. We can.
I can just do whatever. I'm going to be over here. If you want to just run the stream from here on out, I'm going to be busy playing.
Yeah. We also then.
God damn it, Melanie.
It's all Melanie's fault. We can take a look at some of the base camps of the two factions. So. You could also just log out if you want, or you can keep playing. It's up to you.
Look, these agitation winds are not going to kill themselves.
Yeah, is that what they're called? Agitation winds? Yeah. So these are some of the more elemental NPCs we find. So yeah, you can just log out. So here I can show off a little bit more of the Kosh, which is one of the main factions of Irlander. And so we drew a lot of inspiration from some traditional fantasy genre tropes, as well as mixed in, you can kind of see the architectures, drew a lot of inspiration from Mayan architecture. And so it's just kind of a really cool, visually stunning area that we can kind of explore a little bit. And so in addition to going out into the wilderness, killing NPCs, there also is a whole nother side of the game, going into the cities and talking with other NPCs and finding merchants and stuff like that. So this is just a little exploration. I guess I don't know if people want to say go north, go south. We can just kind of go wherever people say.
I don't have anything new in the document for a while. So if Cynthia's got anything to throw in there, I'm happy to answer whatever comes up. In the meanwhile, let's take a look at this place. Tell me about this city. Tell me about what these people stand for.
Right, so let me find one of these carrots so I can move faster. So the Kosh are people, they were one of the first people to develop in Irlander in eons and eons ago, in time immemorial, and basically they worship the sun. They believe that the sun god is their own father, that they are a chosen people, that all other people, no, I don't want to do that, are inferior, in fact, to them, even the other people of Irlander. And so much of their history has been a bit oppressive. They formed this large, expansive empire built around their cultural supremacy, their mastery of magic. And in the recent times, that empire has been kind of waning. It has been on the downfall. They suffered a lot of defeats at the hands of the Eisenhorst invasion army. And so as a result, they basically had to sort of form an uneasy alliance with their previously maybe unwilling subservient races like the Utonians and, to a lesser extent, the Auric. So that's who they are, and they have a number of notable NPCs. For example, they have somebody you can find on our website, this really kind of scary looking guy. He's a fire mage named Sadathor, who is the high priest, who basically is one of the main reasons that this war is happening. He was completely ruthless towards anybody who even imagined using Steam technology, and as a result, this war has gotten more and more extreme and more bloodthirsty as time has gone on. And then I can jump off stuff.
Kevin, I've got good news.
What's that?
5 more people have received closed beta keys. I'm going to announce who they are, who the winners are.
Okay.
They are R. Greyheck, Taylor W. 15,000, C.L. Allen 1971, Abercrombie, not to be confused with Abercrombie, and Z. Last Saint.
Okay.
So congratulations to those people. I know Abercrombie. How fun. Awesome. So, and why don't you give people to a timeline? Obviously, for the closed beta, for people that like our winners who are getting in, what are the dates again for that?
Yeah. So one more time, we'll be having a closed beta, which the service will go live on May 15th, I believe at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That should be the time that the servers will actually go live. So anybody who gets a beta key can just go into the website. The download the original download for the alpha is still available, and then the client will actually self-upload or self-update. So as long as you get in there and download it whenever it's convenient for you, the game will get itself basically ready. And so it'll be about 11 days. And then we'll be putting out more information about the full release of the game at E3, with our planned release being sometime this summer. So. And that's about that. So actually, now that we've kind of had a chance to explore, I thought we could switch over to the steampunk side and see a little bit more of the hometown for them.
All right, I'm ready. How about crafting? We haven't talked anything about like the personalization, making your own armor. How do I look different from everyone else? What if I want to make stuff? What do you got for me?
Right, so there is a crafting system that we have. Basically, there are 5, I have to switch accounts to get to the steampunk side. There are 5 There are 5 crafting professions. Sorry, give me a sec, I gotta remember the password. They are like an armorer, a weapons maker, a tailor, a potion master, and there's one more I'm thinking about. What is it? I'm just losing my train of thought. I can't remember what it is.
You said armorer, tailor, potion master,
weapon maker,
and enchanter?
No.
No?
There's something, but anyway, we'll take a look, because actually we'll go to the main area and I can go see them again. But yeah, so crafting, there's 5 basic professions. They make all the different types of armor and equipment, because basically every class has a type of armor and equipment they can have. So there's, for example, medium armor versus heavy armor. There's leather apparel. There are 2-handed swords, 1-handed swords, 2-handed magic wands, shields, all kinds of stuff. And so each of those is made by a different person. Let me take a look here.
Ooh, got it. It's a haberdasher.
Oh, it's a jeweler.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. You do get hats, by the way. You can wear a bowler derby, you can wear a top hat. Those are, in fact, existing pieces of equipment in the game. And so the crafting system basically involves, it's pretty straightforward actually. You basically get more experience as you craft, and then you can craft higher level items. But again, it puts a big focus on teamwork. You have to be able to get together with other people, because to do crafting of higher level items, the raw materials you need will actually be created by the other professions, and you only get one. So if I'm an armorer, I can make armor, but then I will actually need things that the potion master makes, things that the jeweler makes, in order to make really good, really high level, purple level armor. And so you have to get together either as part of a guild or just with friends that you find or in the auction house in order to trade those resources in order to get high level stuff.
Was that the TARDIS you just passed?
We do, I think we did have somewhere around here. We do have a phone booth because this is basically old school. Yeah, telephone.
I mean, check that thing on top of it.
Yeah, well,
what the heck is? That's quite the technology there.
Yeah, well, you know, we in addition to being steampunky, we have flying machines, we have walking machines, so it seems pretty natural we have this little antenna array on top of our telephone. You know, it's wireless. I mean, look.
Sure.
That's, you know, it's 4G, 5G. I don't know what that is.
I'm impressed.
But yeah, so we've got all kinds of cool stuff. And so this is just the basic town where you find a lot of the NPCs like we're talking about. And again, you can just see it's a world of difference in terms of architecture, in terms of what people are wearing and all that kind of stuff. It's a really cool environment.
How do you bring these worlds together? As I'm moving through, say I choose one side or the other, as I move through, how do you keep it from an art design perspective of suddenly being a jarring, wow, I'm in a completely different game than I was playing 5 minutes ago?
Definitely. So as far as that kind of plays into the storyline a bit, in that both sides until maybe about 100 or 200 years ago in the game lore, when the first explorer actually made it over the mountains, no one really knew that there was even another world on the other side of the mountains. Irlander was Irlander, and Eisenhorst was Eisenhorst, and they, didn't even know that the other existed. So their main cities are kind of central to, you know, this is where one of the main cities is. The Locameans are over here. As we get closer to this contested region over here in the middle, we find some forward bases for each side, but it really is a mixing of the two. So over here, we'll see lots of steampunk. Over here, we'll see lots of fantasy. And when we get over here, we'll only see we'll see them kind of side by side. We'll see them kind of mixing together, and we'll also see just a lot of wilderness. One thing players will also notice is that the audio, the music that they'll hear in the background will be different depending on which faction they are. And so as they get closer to the middle, that will all kind of merge together into a more neutral music, whereas out here it'll be more kind of epic, and to the other side it'll be more like fantasy stuff. So yeah.
So the guards keep telling you not to run, but I noticed that you're not really listening to them.
No, I'm just kind of running around in circles.
I'm really disappointed in your lawlessness.
In addition to our carriers, we also have just transportation mounts, and I have a pretty cool one right here, so I can show you guys that. This is
dear Lord! Can you move to the side? Does the camera let you? There we go.
Oh, okay, I almost hit that car. Yeah, I can also move to the side to show this off a little bit. This is a pretty high level mount. So we have mounts in addition to carriers, which are just for transportation's sake. They don't have damage or anything, and these are just, you can buy different types of these with some of the in-game currencies just for, I don't know, just for vanity's sake, and they're fun. So we like.
So here's my question to all MMO developers out there: why have you never made one of those before?
That's a good.
I don't know. Like, I don't know of any other game that has something that's quite like that.
Yeah, so we have a lot of cool stuff like these. This is just one example. There are many cool mounts in the game. So
that's super fun. Now, sadly, we're gonna have to start wrapping up, Kevin.
Okay.
But
I know
it's one of those days where I'm really glad that we've had the Kevin and Kevin show, and I hope that at some point that you come back and we get to do more Kevin on Kevin camera time.
I don't know how I feel about the sound of that.
That's not quite what I meant. It came out a little bit wrong, but what can I say? That game really wants you to not play it.
Yeah.
But why don't you go ahead? Of course, we've given away some keys today, and we were really happy to do that. But why don't you go ahead and let people know again when the closed beta is, as if I haven't asked you enough to tell everybody that it starts May 15th.
Right.
And then when the game is going to come out, and kind of give you your elevator pitch in the end for what you think is going to really get people into Black Gold Online, whether or not they're sick of MMOs already.
Definitely. So, like you said, we have the closed beta coming up this May 15th, and so there's lots of keys still available if anybody wants to give it a try and see what we have to offer. And we'll be at E3 to show off some more of the new features that'll be in the full release, which is basically pegged for sometime this summer. Black Gold Online is a really cool game that mixes a lot of different features from other MMOs and some stuff that we've come up ourselves. Basically, there's PvP, PvE, Guild Wars, it's sandboxy, it's theme park, and then most importantly, it's mixing steampunk with fantasy, which is something you don't really see anywhere else.
That's a pretty good list of things. But Kevin, obviously I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate everybody else that was in your entourage of coming by. You're all wonderful people, and I'm grateful that, that you came by.
Thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun.
And of course, everybody out there, you're wonderful people too. And I'm really glad that you've joined in for a look at Black Gold Online. Obviously, keep your eyes on GameSpot. We'll have lots of more interesting coverage, especially throughout this month. It's Video Game History Month, so we're doing some celebrations. So you should join us for that. And until next time, thanks for joining us.
Thanks you.